Hello and welcome back to NW Sportscast. Today we are going to be going over our Week 14 predictions. Before we get started, please leave a like on the video and subscribe. So, Levi, what's the first game of the week?
First up, we got tomorrow, Thursday Night Football, New England Patriots at the LA Rams.
Yeah. LA Rams, they're trying to win the NFC West for the first time. Oh, actually only 2 years ago. The Seahawks have not won the NFC West in a while. But the Patriots just came off a huge 45-0 win, which was probably the most dominant performance of this year. So who do you guys have in this one?
Yeah,
I'm going with
game.
the LA Rams. They've been the better football team, and
As much as
at
I want to
home,
pick
it's hard
the
not to take them.
Patriots, as much as I want to pick the Patriots, I think I have to go Rams. I mean, they just look better. There could be an upset here for the Patriots, but I think Rams.
I'm going to go with the Pats. I think that Bill Belichick's in do-or-die mode. I think he knows that they have to win out, and I think he's going to get it done.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as a Seahawks fan, this is huge.
All right, next game is the Tennessee Titans going to Jacksonville Jaguars.
Not a bad game.
Titans will blow them out.
Yeah, I'm going Titans as well.
Derrick Henry will have another crazy game.
You know,
I'm going to
Seth,
go Titans as
I
well.
can barely hear you, Seth. I was wondering, can you try to talk into the mic on your headphones?
Titans will win as well.
Yeah, we can barely hear what you're saying.
The Titans will win as well. Derrick Henry will have a monster game.
You can just take out the headphones, my guy. Yeah, Titans are going to win this one. Jaguars, they make things close. They make things interesting, but they end up getting L's, and that's going to continue.
Yeah.
Next week,
Right.
Levi.
Next, we got Green Bay going to Detroit.
Bad game.
Yeah, Detroit coming off a win. Green Bay also. Detroit has a new coach. I don't know. Again, they got their first one with a new coach, just like Levi said. But I'm going to stick with the Packers on this one. I just think they're the better football team. You have Aaron Rodgers fighting for a 1 seed.
Once again, go Lions, but I gotta pick the Packers.
Yeah, I'm picking Green Bay as well. This is definitely not the Lions' year. So that's back-to-back unanimous picks. All right. Next,
Is it ever the Lions' year?
What'd you say?
Is it ever the Lions' year?
Not really.
They're kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got Minnesota at Tampa Bay. This is going to be a really good game. Really good game. This is going to have huge playoff implications.
Yeah, this is a big game. Honestly, as much as 7-5, 6-6, this could be for a wild card. If the Vikings win, they have a tiebreaker. So this is a really big game. I think Buccaneers haven't seen them play, and they're coming off 2 losses in a row.
Yeah,
So
I think 2 losses.
So wait, hold on. You were kind of cutting out there. Did you say Vikings?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings.
All right, that's 1 Vikings. I'm picking Tampa Bay. I think Tom Brady, off the bye, coming off of a really, really tough, close battle with Kansas City. I think Tom Brady's going to be in revenge mode. He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it, coming off of a loss and a bye. This is his time to win. So I'm going Tampa Bay.
I'm not going to delay this. I'm going Tampa Bay. They're the better football team.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, I imagine, though. I think Kirk and the Vikings will keep it close. All right, next, Kansas City going to Florida to play the Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, honestly, I'm close to picking the Dolphins as well.
I think that the Steelers just lost, maybe the Chiefs. I don't know, I feel a little more comfortable now. Now they have a game less, they're tied with the Steelers for 1 seed. I think the Dolphins are a really good defensive team that can keep up with Patrick Mahomes in that offense. And I think if Tua has a hot day, they can beat that Chiefs defense. And I think it's going to be a perfect storm that's going to happen, and they're going to end up winning.
You know,
Yeah,
I can see that happening definitely. Seth, what do you
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the easy pick and take the dub here. The Chiefs. I'll be getting this one right, and you guys not be Chiefs or Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very close on this one. I think this is one of the few games left on Kansas City's schedule that they can potentially lose. I think they're beating the Saints easy. Miami's going to be much tougher, but I am still going to pick the Chiefs just because, this Miami defense, as good as they've been, they haven't played Patrick Mahomes yet. Patrick Mahomes, one of the things he likes to do is shred defenses. And second of all, the Kansas City, their defense is sneakily very good. I'm just not sure if Tua has what it takes yet to beat Kansas City, but it's going to be very close, I think. And I think a lot low scoring. I think it's going to be pretty much a defensive battle, but I have to go Kansas City.
A
But
defensive
maybe by
battle with Pete Holmes.
what do you say?
Okay. I said a defensive battle with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I think Miami and Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, two of the top 5 defenses in the league right now. So I know like it's all everything in the Chiefs is always about offense, and Miami's been putting up big points as well. But I mean, looking at Miami, their offense has not been all that great. I mean, look at against the Bengals, and they're not a very good defense for the Bengals, and Miami got 19. So I see a similar scenario playing out.
You could say the same thing about the Raiders beating the Chiefs and the Raiders putting up, 20 points, 25 points against the Jets. How much did they put up?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Okay, move on.
All right. Next we got Denver at Carolina.
Okay, I'll go with Carolina here.
I'm gonna go with Denver. Never mind. I'm gonna go Carolina. Panthers need to get a win kind of bye. I think they'll win this one. Close game though.
Yeah, I'm also going Panthers. I think the rest of their schedule gets really tough after this, but you know I can't imagine a four-win Panthers team. So I'm gonna say they get their 5th and final win of the season this Sunday against Denver at home. I mean, Denver not very good, so yeah, close game, but I feel like Carolina's got it. All right, next, Houston going to Chicago.
I guess I'll go first again. I'm going to pick Houston in this one. I'm tempted to pick the Bears. They both have pretty bad records, but records aside, I think the Texans are a better team. They have Deshaun Watson, and the other team doesn't. I don't know. There's not much else to say. This is not a good game, in my opinion, because I'm not a Texans fan. Maybe for Seth it is, but these two teams aren't going to make the playoffs. This doesn't matter to me.
Wait, who are we playing?
Texans Bears. At the Bears.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans. 8-8 shots are gone, but they're still having to be a 500 record season. Texans going to beat the Bears big.
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans also. So unanimously picking the team with the worst record on the road to beat the Bears. But it makes sense because the Bears are up in flames. How many have they lost now? 7 straight, I think.
I don't know. They're the losingest team in football besides the Jets since like week 5.
6 straight. Yeah, they could lose their 7th straight. Yeah. You know what? 0-6 in the past 6 games. That's crazy. Yeah, Houston clearly the better team right now. Deshaun Watson versus Mitch Trubisky. So, yeah, all right. Next, we got Arizona at New York. This is going to be way closer than I think we would have thought just a week ago even. What do you guys got?
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I'm going to just pick – to some people this might be an upset after the way the Giants just beat the Seahawks and the Cardinals have been playing pretty poorly. But I think Kyler Murray is going to take a step forward after taking a couple steps backward the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I think they're going to do just enough to get this win.
I'm still in the upset, going with the Giants. I still think that's considered the upset. So I'm going to go with the Giants to get 2 pretty big wins in a row. Not a very win, but still good. and they'll control the division.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to pick the Giants also at home. Defense playing really well right now, but then I just realized like there's no way Colt McCoy does it again. So I'm picking Arizona. I think losing 3 straight, tough stretch, but they have to win eventually. So I'll go Cardinals to win this game, but closer than you'd think. All right, next, Andy Dalton and the Cowboys going to play his former team, the Bengals. What do you got? Dallas on the road this year. I don't think they have a single win, so I'm not sure if that factors in.
I still have to go Dallas. Just these Burrow's Bengals are just not good. Cannot get wins. So even how bad Dallas has been, it'll be like 13-7 Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going something like that as well. Cowboys win, probably 1-score game, maybe like 16-12 or something weird like that.
I guess I'll go against the trend here. I'm going to pick the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals can't win, but at the same time, the Cowboys have won, one game in like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
They beat the Vikings, and they lost all of November, most of October. They just dropped 2 straight. That team knows they're not making the playoffs. It's really deflated. And I think the Bengals, the difference is I think the Cowboys are underperforming this year by a lot. And right now I think the Bengals are performing at what people expected. I think they'll just have a little bit more, I don't know. I just think they'll get this win. I like their spirit. Their spirit's way higher than the Cowboys.
I would have picked Cincinnati to win too, except Brandon Allen and or Ryan Finley is at their quarterback position. So I don't know what kind of spirit they're gonna bring, but I will say this is probably the last game that Cincinnati could win. After that, they play Baltimore, Cleveland, or not. They've already played Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and somebody else good. So this is the last game for the Bengals that they could win. I'm still gonna pick a loss. All right, next game. This one, I don't know if we need to spend much time on it. Jets at Seattle.
Yes, we do. It's the Seahawks. NW Sportscast.
They're playing the Jets.
We were playing the Giants last week. I think we
Giants
spent
are
a couple
good.
minutes on this.
Not.
Yeah, but the Jets almost beat the Raiders, and the Raiders beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are the Super Bowl favorites. So
Almost beat.
Yes.
They didn't, and that's because the Jets are terrible.
Yeah, well, they fired Greg Williams. I don't know. That might help a little bit. They're to Levi's theme of people getting fired and then winning games. I don't know. This might.
But that was a coordinator, not a coach.
I get that, but a key position. I don't know.
I don't know. There hasn't been a coordinator that's been fired yet this year, so this is the first time we'll see.
Yeah, so it could
usually
continue the trend.
in-season defensive coordinator changes don't work out very well because whoever knew, now has to learn the entire defense in a week. So
or just change it up.
Sure.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks close. I think we're going to win 35-28. I don't know. I think it's going to be a 1-score, maybe a close 2-score game.
I'm going to say also Seahawks close, but totally different. There's no way that the Seahawks are going to score any more than about 20 points. Our offense has sucked for like a month now, so
I think there's a bigger chance we score 60 than we score 20.
No, I'm going Seattle. Seattle scores 17. New York Jets 13.
I have faith in our Seahawks offense. I think that we're going to bounce back. We're going to score. I think we're going to score about 35 points, which is a really good day. I think Rush is going to throw all 5 touchdowns. They're going to capitalize in the red zone, something they haven't been doing. And I'd be more surprised if they got 20 points than if they got 60 points. I really think Russ is going to turn around.
I'm going to go with the blowout because this shouldn't be a close game, and the Seahawks will probably make it close, but it shouldn't be. So 35-10 Seahawks is what the score should be. I'm going to predict what it should be.
The Seahawks are very good at playing down to competition, though.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, but I see where Seth is coming from. We should be way better than this team, but again, I don't think we are going to be. Levi, just give me a quick odds on us losing this game.
I'd say maybe 22% we lose, 78% we win.
Seth?
Like 85% we win.
Okay, 85% for Seth. I'm going to go with 2/3 us, 1/3 the Jets. I know that seems kind of low for the Seahawks, but again, we just came off a loss to the Giants, which I think was about the same odds, honestly, going into last week. People kind of wrote off this game. And it's not like it was a trap game. We were facing the Jets the next week. So, I don't know. The Seahawks are really in a slump. After beating the Cardinals, people thought they were going to get back out of it, but now they lost to the Giants. I don't know. I think Russ is going to bounce back, but I just don't know.
Yeah, we'll definitely be watching that game closely. All right. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts go to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. I'm sure we know who Drew's picking in this.
Colts.
Yeah. I'm picking Colts as well, just because the Colts have a better defense, and get into December, these games, tough games. It's gonna be a battle. I think Indianapolis just has that better defense to get that key stop. Fourth quarter, one-score game. Raiders have the ball midfield, 3rd and 4, and that's when the Colts will get that key stop to get the win. So I'm going Colts, and this will probably be the nail in the coffin for the Raiders' playoff chances.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts as well. Maybe even blow out. Raiders will lose, and that might be the season. I think the Colts, the Browns, and the Ravens most likely, or Dolphins will get the 3 wild cards.
Yeah, we didn't really catch that, Seth. Something about Colts, Browns, Raiders.
Ravens.
I'm not sure, but if you want to say it again, you can.
No, I'm pretty sure he said Colts are going to beat the Raiders.
Colts will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're unanimous in that.
Raiders
And
won't
it
get a
shows
wild.
just how much that loss against the Falcons hurts the Raiders, a game that they should have won and got blown out instead, because at this point, a loss to the Colts and the Raiders season is essentially done. I mean, they are still.
It's so funny. It's so funny how the NFL changes. 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, I had the Raiders as a Super Bowl contender. And after losing big to the Falcons and almost getting beat by the Jets, and now I have them out of the playoffs and losing to the Colts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the Falcons taking on the LA Chargers on the road. Chargers just lost huge at home. Do they bounce back? What do you think?
They do bounce back. I think they're end up going to get a win here. The Chargers are going to come out, win an ugly game. I think a pretty high-scoring game, though. I think defenses are going to be pretty much non-existent. I think it's going to be 35-34.
I don't see how that's an ugly game, but I think the Chargers will win as well, though. Bounce back game.
Ugly game is, I think there's going to be no defense whatsoever. I think people are just going to be, I don't know. I really don't think it's going to be a good
Ugly
game.
game is more of like a defensive battle with turnovers and fumbles and just.
I guess, but yeah, I guess that's more traditional term. But ugly can also be a variety of things.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this could end up being a shootout. Justin Herbert hasn't won any of his shootouts really, but I think this could be his first true good win. Obviously, right now his only wins are against the Jets and the Jags, so not much you can come up with from that. But I feel like this could be his first real good win, solid win against the Falcons. I just don't really trust the Falcons right now after losing to a backup quarterback, losing to a running back at quarterback twice. I don't really trust them at all. So I'll take the Chargers. So next game, here's a good one. Washington on the road at Arizona to play the 49ers.
We already talked about Arizona.
No. Washington is at Arizona, but they're playing the Niners because the Niners home field is at Arizona now. And I believe that is on Sunday. They didn't have to reschedule anything because Arizona's on the road this week. So 49ers, not the Cardinals, in Arizona against the Washington team. This is a game that I've kind of been back and forth on over the past month or so. At first I thought, 49ers would win, get back in the playoff hunt. But now I'm thinking Washington probably has this game. I mean, both of them are 5-7, but Washington looks really good. So I'm going Washington football team to win their 5th straight.
I'm going for the Niners keeping their super slim hopes alive for the playoffs.
You're going 49ers, you said?
I think Mullins will have a good game, and the defense will have one bad game, and that'll let the guard down for the Niners.
Yeah, this is
It'll be
definitely. It looks to
a
me like
trap
it'll be
game, maybe.
defensive.
Maybe a trap game for us,
A trap game? What do you mean?
for Washington.
But they have the same record. How's that a trap game?
Yeah, but the Niners just don't look very good right now. I mean, they had a bad game last week.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Could
sure.
be their defense could let their guard down a little bit.
No, yeah, I feel like this will be two good defenses. I just think Washington's is a little bit better defense right now. I think they can get that one key interception, or that one key fumble or something like that to get that win. But yeah, I think it'll be close. What about you, Drew?
I'm going to take the Niners and who? Sorry, football team. I'm going to go football team too. The Niners, I think, know they're out of the playoffs at this point. They really needed that win. I think they don't have much to play for. And when it comes down to week 14, 15, 16, 17, you know if you're in the playoffs or not. And I think if you know you're not in the playoffs, the intensity really dies down, and I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, certainly true. Although I do remember last year about the same time, the Falcons, who were totally out of the playoffs, had nothing to play for, got the biggest upset of the season against the 49ers. So,
It happens. It happens. But
Yeah.
I'm just going off of the majority of.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right, next we got New Orleans Saints heading over to Philadelphia in Jalen Hurts' first NFL start. What do you
Is that
think?
official?
It is official today. As of this morning, they announced Carson Wentz is on the bench. Jalen Hurts getting his first start of his career.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the. Levi, who are you going to go with?
Well, for me, I'm actually taking the Eagles, and I know it's like, well, how can you pick against the Saints? They're 10-2, right? I'm picking the Eagles, and here's why. So last week, everyone talking about Steelers, Washington. Oh, it's a must-win for the Steelers. They have to prove themselves against Washington. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? I'm thinking to myself the whole week as these, ESPN and YouTube guys and Fox News or Fox Sports saying, oh, Washington might win this game. Steelers, they have to win, must win. I'm thinking to myself, oh, these guys are crazy. These guys are nuts. What happens? Oh, Washington wins. Now this week, everyone's talking, oh, Jalen Hurts this and Carson Wentz and getting benched and Eagles. Could they be the sneaky team now? And Jalen Hurts, maybe he could be a great as a rookie. And they spend hours and hours and hours talking about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. And I'm like, oh my goodness, shut up about the Eagles already. Why do you keep talking about the Eagles? And then I realized they probably see something here. They probably see something in Jalen Hurts that I don't, but I mean, I kind of trust these guys on TV better than me. There's a reason why everyone is hyping up the Eagles right now. There's a reason why everyone is hyping up Jalen Hurts. So I'm going Eagles, upsetting the Saints at home. Jalen Hurts gets his first ever win NFL.
I mean, I would say that except for the Eagles, I don't think this is just about Jalen Hurts. I think it's also about the defense to a certain degree. So I'm going to go with the
defense has been
the easy pick, the Saints.
The defense has been good. It's the offensive line and the receivers who drop all their passes is the reason they lose.
Eagles, Hurts will play fine, maybe better than once. I think Hurts could not do enough to the Saints.
I mean, Jalen Hurts almost got them back into the game against the Packers. I mean, he did get them back in the game against the Packers. I don't know, man. I think Philadelphia has a really good shot at winning this game. I think, and we don't know who's starting for the Saints, do we? Drew, you're muted.
Sorry, I was just saying again, the Saints are the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
You want to be picking the Eagles over the Steelers, and lots of people think the Saints are just as good as the Steelers. I'm going with the easy pick.
I don't know. I just feel like eventually the Saints' losses do. It kind of reminds me of that San Francisco-Atlanta game from last year. So, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Man,
I totally understand you guys
to
picking
that
the
game
Saints.
this week. Dang, Levi going with the Falcons-Niners reference.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, good teams usually, after winning 9 in a row, I feel like there's a good chance that the Saints could lose. I don't know.
It's not
All right,
happening to
next.
the Eagles though. Eagles is must win if they still want a chance at the division.
Oh yeah, must win for the Eagles. Not really for the Saints because they would fall. Actually,
If they want a 1 seed, it's
yeah,
kind of a not a must win, but it's a really helpful one.
yeah, that's true. All right, next we got Pittsburgh at Buffalo, Sunday Night Football, I believe. I'm taking the Bills in this. Honestly, just watching the Steelers against the Washington football team, they did not look very good. I'm gonna say Steelers lose their second and only other game this season to the Bills.
I'm going Steelers again, picking the easy pick. I'm tempted to go Bills. Bills are now 9 and
Is
3.
it really
People are
that
just
easy of a pick though?
again. The Steelers were undefeated going into last week, so it is to me.
They're only 2 games better coming off a bad loss, and Bills coming off
This
a
is actually
back-to-back
a really
dominance.
good game. This might be the game of the week. This probably is the best game of the week. I'm gonna go with upset Bills. I mean, that much they're like a good 11-1 team. They're not a great 11-1 team. I think any good team that should beat them.
Yeah, I think this is another low-scoring, close game. If you remember last year, Steelers-Bills also had a Sunday Night Football game in Week 14, so they kind of just copied last year's schedule for this. And that was a game that was close, defensive. I think Devlin Hodges was starting for the Steelers that game. Ended up getting benched because of how good the Bills defense was playing. Mason Rudolph was playing, I think, by the end of it. And the Bills won by, I think, a field goal. I think it was a fourth quarter field goal that sealed it. This one, very similar, right? I mean, these two teams, it's up north, December, cold, defensive. Not very good offense lately for the Steelers. The Bills have been doing well on offense, but I just feel like this is a game that could end up being like 10-7, just nitty gritty, you know.
This is not the same as last year, in my opinion. I don't think it's even close to last year. Right now, the Steelers are at 1 loss. The Steelers didn't even make the playoffs last year. They had Big Ben back. The Buffalo is clearly a different team with Josh Allen playing like a borderline MVP. Last year, he was a below-average QB at best. I just think this game has just more talent all around. I think it's I don't know. I think this is a way, way, way bigger game than last year. And at the same time, I do think the Steelers are the easy pick because if you're undefeated and then lose one game, people are going to overreact. And I'm not. Last week, the Steelers were undefeated, and I'm just going to wipe out the Washington football team loss. I think that was bound to happen at some point.
I mean, I'll just be real. I've had the Steelers losing this game since preseason. I had
Oh,
this as
yeah, that's
one of
not a
the.
bad pick, Levi.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying,
initially
like,
I had Pittsburgh at I think 10-6, and this was one of their 6 losses. And then eventually, losses started to come off the board, and this was the lone loss I had up until
Well, let the
last
Bills make
week to Washington. So,
the playoffs, so I don't really care about your.
all right, final game, Monday Night Football. This could end up being the game of the week. Baltimore at Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, same year draft picks. I think Lamar is 2-0 against Baker, maybe 3-0. So Baker really needs to prove himself. What do you got? Does Baker finally beat Lamar, get over the hump? Are the Browns going to establish themselves?
Seth, you want to take this first?
I think that the Browns will not upset. They'll beat the Ravens because I think they're the favorites, in my opinion.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we can't really hear what you're saying.
It's
It's kind of cutting out
so
again.
I think Baker will show up. They already clinched to win this game. They're in. I think Browns.
Okay, so he is the Browns
All right,
winning.
Seth taking the Browns. Drew?
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think the Browns looked really, really good last week. They didn't fall apart, quote unquote, second half, but they did not play as well second half. And yes, Baker did look really, really good. Probably the best game of his career, if we're going to be all honest. But the Ravens I had them going 15-1 to start the year. Obviously, that was misjudgment by my part. They probably won't even make the playoffs, or they might sneak in as a wild card team. But I think Lamar gets the easy win against the Cowboys, regain some confidence, and this is going to be a win for the Ravens close.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens as well. They blew out the Browns week 1. Obviously, this is different from week 1, but after watching what the Ravens did to the Cowboys, and granted it was the Cowboys, but after watching that, I'm convinced that the Ravens are still a good football team. Lamar Jackson had a great game after missing the last one to COVID. I think Lamar is still better than Baker Mayfield. I mean, you can't really deny the MVP. So close, probably pretty high scoring. You know, both teams have great running games. So I am going to pick Baltimore, though, on the road to get that upset win. But both of these teams will be in the playoffs, so it's going to be a great battle to watch. All right, so that's a wrap on our predictions, Week 14.
Wrap. Yeah.
What do you
Some
guys
good
think?
picks in there.
Best game this week? Who is it? Which is it? Is it Monday night?
Ravens,
Thursday
Ravens,
night?
Browns.
Steelers, Bills.
Ravens, Browns.
I'm gonna pick. I'm actually gonna pick for the best game. I don't think most people will actually watch this game, but I'm gonna pick Falcons Chargers will be the best game this week. Just as far as like
What are you?
gameplay,
Okay,
I
so
think
we're gonna end it here because that's ridiculous. Actually, we're not going to. One last thing: Rashad Penny is now practicing for the Seahawks again. Finally, potentially coming back, as well as that, Greg Olsen is meant to actually have a recovery in the playoffs. He's actually recovering really, really quickly, which is pretty rare and unusual. But you know, that's a plus. Carlos Dunlap, I don't know exactly what about the injury. Obviously, he was playing last week, but he was limited. We really need him to get back to full strength. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Please, again, suggestions in the comments. We will take them 100%. Thank you for watching. This is NW Sportscast.